Game Week 8 is a perfect time to wildcard for many of you, and in this video I'm going to be showing you a Game Week 8 wildcard team that you can use for Game Week 8 and beyond to help you get up those rankings in FPL. So stay tuned to the end and be sure to leave a like, hit that subscribe button, hit those notifications so you don't miss any more content from me and if you find this video helpful. Now let's get into it. Oh my goodness, the team that you can build with a Game Week 8 wildcard is absolutely cracked. Honestly, if this team doesn't deserve a like on this video, then I don't know what does, because this team, oh my goodness, it is near perfection. I know there's no such thing as a perfect team in FPL, but this team is about as near perfect as you can get. So yeah, if it doesn't leave a like, then I don't know what does, because I could see this team at least getting you all the way to Game Week 19 for sure. So let's get into it. Okay, now let's get right into it. So we'll go for goalkeepers and defenders first. So for goalkeepers, you're going to go with Areola and Turner. The reason being because these are great goalkeepers that are starting. They're very cheap, so you could spend money elsewhere in your team. And they start, and they're playing for decent teams who have very good fixtures. Because if you look at Areola, look at this run of fixtures he's having. I know game week 8 or 9 is a bit tougher because he's playing against Newcastle Villa. But that's why you have Turner, because he has Crystal Palace away and Luton at home, which on paper at least are easier fixtures. So you can play Turner's in game week 8 or 9 and then switch over to Areola from game week 10 onwards, because he's going up against Everton, Brentford, Forest, and Burnley. And you probably don't have to touch them until game week 19 when the fixtures get tougher, which is lovely to see, which means you can use your transfers for other areas in your team. Okay, for defenders, we have Matty Cash. I think this guy is pretty essential in your FPL teams because look at the fixture run that is coming up. Extremely good. And Cash, I believe, has been playing right midfielder for Villa, which is super good, which means the attacking potential is going to be much higher than most defenders, and Villa, as we've just seen, have absolutely dismantled Brighton. So, which is a very good team. So what do you think they're going to be doing against like Luton at home? It's just you got to have some Villa players in your team, 2 or 3 minimum. You should be having Villa players like Diaby or Watkins, even if you can afford them. You should be having him in. Next up, we got the Newcastle double up of Schär and Burn. It's very annoying that Botman got injured, because I definitely would prefer him, but you know, he's injured, so what can you do? So we got Dan Burn. Newcastle finally are starting to show something after a tough start to the season, and I'm very confident that they will be continuing this form in the coming weeks. So I know they've got Champions League, but honestly, I feel like these two are very what's the word? They're pretty solidified in the starting 11, so I'm not too worried about rotations. And obviously, you've got great substitutes if they don't start, with players like Udogie, who has also got a great fixture run. I feel like this guy is pretty essential as well, because Tottenham are extremely good, and Udogie has been pretty good for them because he's been getting some attacking returns and he gets forward a lot. So yeah, he could definitely get more attacking returns for you, on top of the clean sheets that Spurs are inevitably going to get because they've been performing super well this season. And we've got Kabore just as a price saver. This guy, you will probably just keep sticking him on the bench and using the savings you get from him to spend elsewhere in your team. And next up, we've got the midfielders. Dun dun dun. How about that, people? I dare you all to comment down below a better midfield than this, because at this moment in time, it doesn't exist. It just doesn't exist. Come on now. Look at the players you can get. Salah. Look, absolutely essential. Absolutely essential. Look at the fixture run here for Liverpool. They've been performing super well. They got robbed against Spurs, but I'm not too concerned because Salah is absolutely essential. He's been so consistent for the most part, and if you don't have him, you're definitely going to be regretting it, because the fixture run here is super good and he's been super consistent like he always has. I mean, now is the best time to get Salah in your team. We got James Maddison. I mean, what more can I say? He is the heartbeat of the Spurs team. He controls everything in the attacking sense, gets assists and score goals, and is on set pieces, which is lovely to see. And he will be assisting his partner in crime, Sonny. If you don't have Sonny against Luton away, what are you doing? So he is the number 9. Well, he's been playing number 9 as of late. and he's performing well. I know Richarlison is coming back in, but for the moment, with Son performing the way he has been, I don't think he'll be losing his number 9 spot anytime soon. So him and Salah and Maddison, I feel like pretty essential. Maybe less so Maddison. If you can find a way to get Saka in your team, maybe you could go that way. But for the rest of the team, if you look at the forward line, you will be wanting this midfield because you can get an absolutely disgusting forward line with this midfield. So we got Jared Bowen, like I said, with West Ham, very good this season, and this guy is the main goal threat for West Ham. Not much more I can say. I mean, 15% ownership, it's not super high. It's not differential, but it's not super high as well. So you could definitely capitalize on Bowen. And lastly, we got Diaby, who is marked for an injury, but I believe Unai Emery said in a post-match press conference that he will be fine. So no concerns whatsoever about Diaby's injury. And obviously, he's been performing super well, scoring some goals, getting assists. And with the fixture run that Villa are on, and the way that they're performing, you can't go wrong with Diaby. Now, you might be asking, why is this wildcard team absolutely essential? Because look at this forward line. Dun, dun, dun! What more can you ask from this forward line? We've got Mbama, purely for price-saving reasons. Don't play him. Just keep him on your bench. And yeah, just leave him there. And we've got Haaland and Watkins. Just absolutely disgusting strike force. Watkins, 23 points against Brighton at home. You could say it's a bit knee-jerky, but look at the fixture run and the way he's been starting to score goals. You can definitely bet on him. I don't have him in my team, and I feel very sad that I don't. I'll probably try to get him in somehow for myself, but for those of you that are on a wild card, you can get this guy in your team if you use this team here. Obviously, depends on how much money you got in your team or what your squad value is if you can afford him. But this team, like I said, costs around 101 mil and is absolutely cracked. And obviously, Haaland, just a machine. I know I've seen some people starting to show off wildcard templates without Haaland. You really want to be betting against Haaland with like 92% ownership. If you don't have him, you're just, I don't know. I personally wouldn't do it, in my opinion. That's just me though. If you're willing to risk it and spend the massive amount of savings on other areas, you're free to do so, but do it at your own peril, because once Haaland starts scoring again and you don't have him, it's just not going to look good for you. You're going to go down the ranks, and he will be a ball ache to try and get back in, because 14 mil is a lot of money. It's a lot of money. So that is the team here. I really don't know why you wouldn't get this team in and how you can make this team better. I just really don't know. Obviously, you will be playing the 3-5-2 formation, so you will be playing with Haaland and Watkins up front, all 5 midfielders, and probably a combination of these defenders here for your 3 at the back. And yeah, if you set your team up like this, you really can't go wrong, honestly. So thank you all so much for watching. If you found this video helpful, please give it a like, hit that subscribe button, hit those notifications so you don't miss any more FPL content from me, because they just keep on coming. They'll keep on coming, people. And yeah, thank you all so much for watching. Until the next video, see ya!